keyboard screeching before attacking the played character. The user tells the author that he's done, that he's given up on the mod, and that he is also becoming paranoid because of it. The author jokingly replies that he should get some real sleep, and 2 mornings later, the author received the last email he was ever going to receive by the forum user. Actually, according to the story, suicides. When a video was released on YouTube that showed what happens when you put the song in a special software, the software will create images of the unknown near the end of the audio, followed by one of the most sickening noises I have ever heard. This raised controversy, as the unknown would not appear until Generation 2 of Pokemon. Often accompanied with this story are also the stories of the allegedly removed Lavender Town content, such as the White Hat, the Buried Alive model, and the Ghost animation. The White Hand was an enemy that was said to appear in the Pokemon Tower, which was a white, decaying hand that had 2 attacks, Fist and Brutal. Several frames of these attacks are missing, but they apparently also caused children to feel sick. The Buried Alive model was a boss that was going to appear instead of the Marowak cartridge and turn the game on. Starting a new game, it was all normal. The detective started approaching the grass. He could hear Sosuke's words echoing in his mind. One step away. When he entered the tall grass, at first, nothing happened. It was like time stood still. The screen went black, and then lit up again, with text appearing on a blank background. The detective was shocked. On screen were words from his deceased family members, calling for him from beyond the grave, stating how they missed him and wanted him to come follow them. The detective started shouting as his eyes grew wide. He shouted at the game to bring his wife and child. He wanted to see them. He wanted them back. Suddenly, the man heard hundreds of voices. As he turned around, looking behind him, in the small room were children. Hundreds of deceased children. Some had no eyes, some had rings on their throats, and some were burned across their whole bodies. They all screamed out things they had lost and wanted back, such as deceased relatives and family pets. They were screaming, crawling, and reaching towards the detective. "Come follow me," said a calm voice. There, in front of the detective, stood Sosuke, like a saint. The detective could not believe his eyes. Sosuke, who had killed himself, stood there in the room, tall, handsome, and calm. Sosuke opened the detective's old drawer and pulled out his old gun from when he was in the force. A gun which the detective had sworn never to use again after he left. But now, the detective saw it as the only way. He saw it as the only way to see his family again. The detective looked back at the dead children, still crawling and reaching out for him and for the game. He looked back at Sosuke, and picked up the gun from Suzuki's hand. He put it to his head, smiled back at Suzuki, and pulled the trigger. His body was found days later, a gun in one hand and an old Game Boy in the other, with Pokemon Red inserted in it. This was the last straw for the authorities. Too many people had died because of the case. The only remaining detective decided to personally carry out every single cartridge and burn all of them. They would hurt no one no more.
Content insurance options work their magic when the unexpected strikes like a burglary. Feel a little weird with AA insurance.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 2015's Christmas special. Christmas is such an exciting time to spend with friends and family, and of course, I have to make a special about it, because I love Christmas. Today, we're going over Pokemon creepypastas, stories about scary ghosts and haunted towers. I hope you appreciate what I go through for you guys. I read 122 stories for this video, so here goes. Also, since I wanted to keep things fresh, I decided to not include these certain stories since I have already talked about them on the channel before. And it was quite hard for me to narrow it down to 10 stories. So who knows? I might make a follow-up video to this video sometime in the future. We'll see. Time to count down the top 10 scariest Pokemon creepypastas. Sit back and enjoy. Number 10. Gengar and Clefable. Gengar and Clefable have, through trademarking and beta art, been proven to have been some of the earliest Pokemon made. Coincidentally, they are also some of the first Pokemon when you list the original 151 by index number, with Gengar appearing shortly after Clefable. Also, Clefairy was originally going to be the mascot of Pokemon, instead of Pikachu, so it was going to be a pretty important Pokemon. Gengar is known as the Shadow Pokemon, but what exactly is it a shadow of? Take a look at a picture of Clefable, and then one of Gengar. Their body shapes are almost exactly alike, with the only major difference being that Clefable has a curl for its hair and tail, while Gengar has spikes. However, the shadow of an upright spiral, like Clefable's tail, would only be a line or a spike. Now look at their typings. One of normal type and the other has ghosted. Due to their immunities, neither of them could hit the other with stab attacks, since they'd just be immune to each other. Have you ever tried to hit your own shadow? Number 9. The Pokemon War Theory. You have no father, and your best friend is an orphan. Children are going to a journey around the world. Your mother accepts you as the man of the house, making your own decisions. Old man warns you of danger around the corner. Most people you meet are children and or gym leaders. Most adult men are either very old or have a job related to the military or organized crime. Hospitals and gyms are everywhere, with no forms of entertainment such as movie theaters. Lieutenant Surge says, "Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You wouldn't live long in combat, that's for sure." I tell you what, kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. You now realize that there was a war in Canton. Your father died, and your rival lost his parents. You were among the first generation of people to live in peace in a post-war time.
Pizza!
Number 8. The Ditto. Think about it. Mew and Ditto are the same weight, 8.8 pounds. They are also the same color, and they have the same shiny color too. Mew and
Pizza!
Ditto no transform. They can both learn every move in Pokemon, but in Ditto's case, only for a certain amount of PP. Ditto is mostly spotted in the Cinnabar Island mansion, where the Mew and Mewtwo experiments took place. Mew's experiment went wrong, and it came out as a new Pokemon, Ditto. Ditto is Mew, but its molecules are all scattered, so that's why it's shorter and wider, as well as having no bone structure. Mew is said to contain every Pokemon's DNA, and Ditto is said it can breed with every single Pokemon, with very few exceptions, outside of legendary Pokemon. If you watch the movie, Pokemon the Movie 1,
Pizza!
Mewtwo Strikes Back, it's said there was a failed experiment in the beginning. Now that I look back on it, it could be. Approached once, the music grew lower and lower in pitch, until it was nothing more than a dull rumble of sounds. As he entered his old home again, the music stopped. He stopped at his brother's bed, and stood perfectly still. The author examined his brother. A low growl noise was heard, and a steaming of the car was displayed on the screen. The author had